Hi everybody, and welcome to today's video where I'm going to be showing you how I dry lined my DIY garden room. And I just want to start by saying this is the first time that I've ever done this before. I don't have any real experience using this product, the filler that I'm using here. I basically just watched some videos, got myself up to speed with how to do it, and just went from there. So I do think if you've never done this before, this is proof that it can be done even without experience. So I just wanted to say that before we get started. But as you can see at the minute, I'm mixing the filler here. This is Torpe filler, joint filler, I believe. I got it from Toolstation. It had good reviews, so that's why I went with it. And you can see I'm just adding water. I'm adding the powdered mixture there and just kind of mixing it to get the consistency I want. This that I'm showing you now actually is a little bit wet, to be honest. I put a little bit more powder in to get the right consistency. You can see what it looks like there on the hawk that I'm taking it off with my trowel there. I should also mention as well that hawk that I'm using, I think it's called a hawk, that is not something that I bought. I just made it with some offcuts of the flooring from this build and a little piece of wood screwed to the bottom. So, you know, save yourself £20, just make your own. You don't need to spend a lot of money on tools that you're only going to use once. So you can see there I'm just filling the joint with the filler, and now I am just measuring some tape out here. So this is a joint and corner tape for internal corners, so it does have a fold in the middle for when you're putting it in the corners, and you should always put that fold to the back, because if you put it to the front, even on these straight joints, it can fold outwards basically and crack the filler. So I'm just putting that on top of the filler that I've already put in the joint there, and then I'm just using the trowel just to kind of bed it in, and then I'm going to go back over it again with a thin coat just to kind of fully bed it in and cover it into these joints. And basically, as I understand it, this tape, its purpose is to stop cracks forming on these joints once the filler has gone off. Okay, so this is just a case of smoothing it into the joint. Really, it doesn't have to be super neat here because this is the first fill that we're doing. We are going to be doing a finishing coat after this. But it's just a case of filling that joint up, getting that tape bedded in, and just removing any excess so we don't have a lot of sanding to do after the first fill's done. Okay, so once we've done that straight joint there, we're going to move on to this corner joint. And it's just the same process really. The only difference is when we put the tape in, we're going to fold it backwards into the corner. And then again, we're just going to go back over it, smooth it out, and make sure that's bedded in. And I had a little bit of filler left, so I just went around and filled all the screw holes and then moved on to this back wall. And again, it's just the same process. Fill the joint, put the tape in, and I have to say I actually got better at this as I went along. It's amazing how quickly you learn actually just doing something as opposed to watching videos. So I feel like every one of these just got faster and easier to do as I went forward with the job. So there you go, that's the back wall pretty much done there. And then we're on to the ceiling, and it's exactly the same process. And what you will notice here is I have joints on the ceiling, and this was done on purpose. I made sure that the width of the room was 2.4 meters, so it took a full board. And what that means is there are no butt joints, which, as I understand, are much harder to fill. So I wanted these kind of channels that are in the tapered edge board, even on the ceiling, just to make the entire job much easier so I didn't have any complicated joints to fill. Okay, so then it's on to the external corners here, and this is a slightly different process. Well, it's much the same, to be honest. We are going to fill it in the same way. We're just going to put a thin coat in here on either edge of the corner. And then we are going to put some tape on it, but the tape we're going to use is slightly different, as you'll see in a second. Okay, so once I'm happy with that, it's time to grab the tape, and I'll just show you that here. It's kind of got like a metal strip in the back of it, and that's a reinforced strip to make sure that these corners are solid. You know, they're not going to move. You don't really have that issue with the internal corners, because the corner itself holds it in place. But with these being external, that metal strip makes it a solid corner. But I've got to say, these really do make a difference. And I hate to say that I made it look professional, but I was really quite impressed with how good these looked once you got this corner joint on. So as you can see, I'm just bedding it into the corner. I'm just pushing it in right on the corner edge there, and then it's just a case of going back over it with the knife here, and then I also use the trowel as well just to finish things off. And you know, it's just a case of taking your time and just doing the best job you can on all of these joints. So this is what it looks like once I'm done with the first coat. You can see in the top corners there and down all the joints, all of these have got tape in them, corner tape and then filler. All the screw holes are filled up. You know, it's not like super neat at this point, but it is filled to the extent where it's not looking bad, I would say, even at this point without the final finishing coat on. And that's what we'll be doing next. Okay, but just before we do that, you'll notice here we have a window. This has just appeared. Now, what really happened is this window was delayed, and basically I was kind of against the clock because the electrician was booked in for second fix. So I started the dry lining just because I had to get going, I had to get moving. And this was delivered, luckily, just after I'd finished the first coat. So I fitted that before I started doing the finishing coat here. So that will be in the next video, by the way. I will be doing a full video on how I fitted this window. So keep an eye out for that. It'll be coming out within the next few days after this video goes live. So as you can see, I'm just going around the external corner again, just filling everything in. And then once that's done, it's going to use the external tape again, the metal back tape, to get them nice tight corners. So you can see I'm just putting that on now. You can actually see here how that corner really improves just as I put that on and smooth it out. Okay, so you don't need to see me do every corner here. Obviously you've already seen me do the door, you've just seen me do the bottom of the window, so we'll skip forward now to actually starting to fill. And this is just the same process really. The only difference is the joint filler that I mixed was slightly thinner, so it had a little bit more water in it, and we're just going a little bit wider on the joints. And the main goal here is to really kind of feather it out into the plasterboard. So you want to apply more pressure to the edge, the outside edge of the joint, if that makes sense. And what that's going to mean is you get a very nice smooth transition between the filler and the board, and it's going to require much less sanding. Okay, so basically just going over every single joint in that way and trying to get a nice, reasonably smooth finish. So the goal really here is just to get it as smooth as possible, so it's almost at a point where it doesn't need that much sanding at all. I did do quite a bit, if I'm honest. I'm sure a professional would have had much less sanding to do than I did, but I don't think I did a bad job. So what you can see me doing here is the internal corner, the second coat, and the reason I'm showing you this is because I was actually really struggling with these to do it with just a normal trowel or one of these filling knives. It was just making a, you know, I'd get one side smooth and then I'd be digging into the other side of the corner. So I actually went and bought a specific tool to do this. So I'm just putting a layer on, as I've done with every other joint. But I actually have a tool here that you'll see now. It's kind of a corner trowel. I believe I bought this from Screwfix. It was about £15, but it honestly was probably the best tool I bought for this entire process, because it made this corner finishing just so much easier, and it made the joints look so neat. So I would highly advise you buy one of these tools. Don't try doing it with just a normal trowel. This just made the job 10 times easier. I can't understate how much easier it made it, to be honest. Okay, so once you've done that with a corner trowel, you'll actually see what I'm going to do here with just a normal filler knife here. I'm going to just go down and sort of taper that edge off, and you can see my finger there on the left hand side is like really applying pressure there. And what that's going to do is it's going to taper that edge off, and you can see it's just really taking it off one side and not off the other. And that's how I'm achieving that kind of nice transition between the board and the filler. And it's just a case of going over it, and just take your time with these guys, you know, just do it until you're happy with it. Don't rush. You know, the more time you take to just perfect it and get it right, the less filling and messing about you're going to have to do before you can start painting. Okay, so this is what it looks like. I don't think it's a bad job. That corner looks very nice and straight. You know, I was really happy with how these turned out. And at this point now, everything's filled with the final sort of finishing coat here. So it was just a case of coming back and sanding everything up. So we'll look at that now, and you can see this is how it looks once it's all finished. All the joints are looking pretty good. The transition between the edges on that filler is extremely smooth. It's kind of hard to see really on camera, but it is very, very smooth there. There's not any like sort of raised edges or anything. All the joints around the window here, the corners, sorry, are very smooth and straight. This internal corner here, still a little bit damp here, it's just drying, but you can see very, very straight all the way up. And the same along the corners between the wall and the roof, the ceiling, sorry. Around the door, very nice straight corners. And you know, I have to be honest, I'm very happy. I'm not saying it's a professional job. I mean, it's not. I am certainly an amateur. This is the first time I've done it, but I'm actually really surprised how well this turned out. And yeah, I genuinely think if you are a beginner, you've never done this before, I think if you just take your time, I honestly think that anybody could do this. So I'm happy with it. I hope you liked the video, guys. The next video is going to be the window that you're looking at right now. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video.